Welcome, Slayer the Alchemist. I'm going to title this video, Thanks to AI, I Can't Trust Any Music Anymore. And I'm actually going to break this into two parts, and I'm going to release them on the same day. The first one is this video, Thanks to AI, Can't Trust Any Music Anymore. And the second part is AI is our fault, and I'll explain that in the second video. But the reason for this video is Ozzy put out a song called, I believe it's The Gods of Rock and Roll. I forget what the guy's name is he's collaborating with at this point. He did that song Crack Cocaine with this same guy. And it's not a horrible song. It's just an okay song. I think me and Darren talked about, maybe me and Darren will talk about it at some point on a Sabbath Sunday. But as soon as I heard it, I was immediate, like my spidey senses were tingling. It was just like there's something strange about this. And now, thanks to AI, I can't help but think that, like in this particular song, that maybe there's some AI trickery going on here. And I did a video on AI it's got to be over a year ago at this point, maybe like a year and a half ago. And man, I haven't watched that video, but I know if I watch that video again, it's going to be shocking how far the technology has come in that short of time. But it's gotten to the point, and I raised this question in that video from a while ago, at least I think I do, where, okay, when are we going to reach a point where an artist is going to use AI to sound like themselves? In other words, Ozzy releases his song. I wouldn't be surprised if they said they used AI, they sampled Ozzy's voice from the 80s, and they mixed in 50%, 40% 1980s Ozzy into current Ozzy or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody breaking news, somebody leaks some info that the entire song was just created with AI. They sampled his voice, or however you do that with AI, how that works. The computer analyzes it, and it just completely made the song like that. I mean, everything else sounds synthetic and fake from it. And this kind of started with me when the Rolling Stones released that Hackney Diamonds record. I think I have the title correct. And when I listened to that, I had the same thing, like, man, there's something going on with Mick Jagger's voice here. And I couldn't put my finger on it at the time. And I even Googled it and researched it. And I saw a couple people mention, like, I think there might be some AI stuff going on here. And I have learned to trust my gut instinct when it comes to things like this. Like, if I think that there's something wrong, I go with it. It's kind of like with food. I was just at a restaurant called Moe's. I don't know if people have that where you are. It's like a Chipotle. If you don't know what Chipotle is, one of these places you go and it's like a bowl place. You get rice, beans, you put whatever you want inside the bowl, and they have a salsa bar. I was eating some of the salsa and I was like, something. My gut instinct here is warning me there's something wrong with this salsa, so I stayed away from it. And so I've learned to trust my gut. And with music, there's something off about this Ozzy song, and I can't put my finger on what it is. And it's reminding me, I've been having, and maybe I'll make this as a completely separate video, I've had some friends in the last year send me songs like, I made this song using AI, and they send me something and I'm just like, whoa, I can't believe how good some of this stuff sounds. So it really wouldn't surprise me. And now because of that, when I hear modern recordings now, it's in the back of my mind, like, is this real or is this fake? And we're sort of approaching this tipping point where the realities between the two are like, the line is really getting blurred. It's really getting hard to tell what's real and what's fake. Now, I'm not talking about somebody who goes to some website and just types in, make a heavy metal song, and some song comes up. At the level that Ozzy's at, they're probably using it as an enhancement. But it's still there, and it still just raises this question of, like, again, I don't know how to describe it. It's like synthetic. There's something synthetic. There's something plastic. There's something fake about this song that I just can't put my finger on it. It's like the difference between real sugar and sweetener. I use sweetener all the time because I drink iced tea like crazy, and I don't want to be drinking real sugar. I'd be gaining more weight than I already have. But there's no doubt that there's there's a fake taste to sweetener as compared to real sugar. So it's kind of what's going on here. There's this plastic, synthetic like quality to the song that I just can't put my finger on, and it's unfortunate that now we are approaching this time that because of AI, it's going to be the future. I mean, we can't stop this. This is MP3s. This is the internet. There was a point think of where the internet was in the mid 90s. Think of where it is today. I'm sure there were people that thought it was just a fad when it first came out, or don't worry, people aren't going to buy MP3s and stuff like that. The quality of MP3s I remember that argument. MP3s, the quality is terrible. Nobody's going to buy this. People will keep buying physical media. Well, they didn't, and it changed, and the quality of MP3s got to the point now where you can stream lossless. Things change, things evolve, and they keep. And if there's a way for people to make money off of it, if there's a way for people to save money, they're going to do it. So yeah, thanks to AI now, when I hear new music, it's like in the back of my head, like, is this real, or what's real here and what's not? And it's a shame that we've gotten to that point. You know what? Maybe there'll be a backlash to it. Maybe you'll see people start releasing stuff. When Queen in their early albums, they used to write on the inner sleeve, absolutely no synthesizers used on this record, because people thought they were using synthesizers. Brian May's, he was able to get so many different types of guitar sounds that people thought it was synthesizers or their vocal stuff. They thought that there was some trickery going on. Well, maybe there's going to be this backlash, and artists will start advertising like absolutely no AI used on this album. So, all right, let me know what you think. If you have a chance, listen to that Ozzy song, Gods of Rock and Roll, and let me know what you think. Let me know if you kind of sense that there might be something going on with that song involving AI or just something artificial about it. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've heard any songs that sort of, get your antennas up, get your spidey senses tingling, where you're like, wait a minute, there sounds like there's something wrong here. Let me know what you guys think of this, if you've experienced this with any music at all. Let me know in the comments down below. To see you again, make sure you rock hard, hard free.